Alrighty, so it is here. The news is fully here, and that means that the patch will come out tomorrow night. So we will be doing live summons and everything for the brand new festival character, and hopefully they go pretty well on the main account. So yeah, if you're new to the channel or anything, feel free to subscribe. We will be live as soon as the banner drops, so feel free to stop by if you want to. Anyways, we obviously have the 4.5-year anniversary Royal Festival, which is the new Queen Elizabeth, which is really funny. But yeah, new light Elizabeth. I don't think anybody was like, well, I mean, there was a couple of people who were guessing that we might get a goddess character for this festival after the whole LR Margaret thing, but I think a lot of people were in the camp that they were like, oh, I think it's going to be Chaos Arthur. But hey, she actually looks really cool, and the goddess team is pretty nice, so I'm kind of glad that it's at least coming back in at least a little bit of a way, but yeah, let's read over some of these patch notes. So we have obviously a couple of new costumes and everything. That's pretty standard stuff. All of the festival characters get 3 UR costumes, which is fine. I honestly think that her costumes look pretty cool. I do kind of like this one quite a bit. Not a big fan of the hairstyle for it, so I'll probably use one of the other hairstyles. But there's like this really cool like Bloodborne-esque one, and then this one kind of reminds me of like Sailor Moon or like some sort of like pop star sort of thing. So that's pretty neat as well. We have a new card set, which is for Knighthood Boss, so not super exciting, but increases basic stats by N% and decreases their damage taken by X% in Guild Boss. So actually, that's okay. Just all allies. It's not a specific race or anything like that. That's actually kind of nice. Could be worth actually investing into, maybe, if you're really into like Guild Boss scores or anything like that. It's very nice that it's at least like very broad. You don't have to use a specific team or anything like that. You can just use it all around. So that's cool. We do have one new relic. I'm kind of a little disappointed that it wasn't more than 1 relic. I was hoping for 2, because that tends to be what they end up doing most of the time. But we do have a relic for Monspeet, and I think Monspeet is a very cool character, so I'm glad he's finally getting one. Hopefully we'll get one for like Derriere or something in the next little while too, but who knows? If you don't know, it applies 2 ignite effects to all enemies for 3 turns at the start of the ally's turn. Applies 1 additional ignite effect if all allies participating in battle are all demons. Each ignite effect on the enemy increases allies' damage dealt by 3%, limit of 10 times. So he's basically just like a alternative to Kyo, which is kind of cool. It's a little bit weird that it took them this long to sort of come up with this for Monspeet, considering he could have used this a long time ago. And Kyo is kind of an exclusive character, being a collab, and KOF was one of the first collabs we even got. So yeah, because it's already reran once. I don't know. Kind of crazy that it took them this long to come up with that. But either way, we do have the Festival Coin Shop coming out. So if you end up having a couple of extra dupes or anything for characters like Lost Vein or whatever the case may be, you can exchange those during the festival for other regular festival characters, not light or dark festival characters. So do take that into consideration. The only festival units on the banner that aren't light or dark are Margaret and Lost Vein. So if you have Margaret 6/6, for example, and you pull a copy of her, maybe you can trade her for something else. I need Margaret copies. I have Lost Vein 6/6, so if I pull an extra copy of him, I could maybe trade it for Margaret. But either way. We obviously have some new bundles, of course. We have new diamond bundles, and they come with tickets and everything for the new banner. Pretty standard stuff there. You can get a level 100 token. If I'm not mistaken, this thing is pretty pricey for what it is, so I don't really recommend you buy it unless you're just like insanely low on mats and you're willing to pay the price for it. But I guess it is what it is. They have a 3-ticket bundle. I'm pretty sure this is like $1, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really know that it's worth spending $1 for just 3 singles, but hey, if you want to go for it, feel free. They do have some diamond bundles, of course. I think these are all pretty standard prices and stuff. I don't know exactly what the prices are for you, because I use USD, but for different countries and stuff, it's different, of course. They do have the lucky bags back, so you can buy the 3 lucky bag tickets that you're not going to get from events right here. If I'm not mistaken, I think they're like $3 or $4 a piece for me, so they're not too pricey, and you have a decent chance to get some stuff out of it. I guess it just depends on if you want the things or you want a chance to get that 25 diamonds that are in the Lucky Bags rewards. But this one is also very interesting. If I'm not mistaken, this is like a $100 bundle or something like that. I seen the JP price for it. I'm not sure exactly on like the conversion rate or anything, but 4,500 anvils and 450 hammers is actually insane. That is a ton of hammers. hammers. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is like $100. I don't know that I would spend $100, but that is a lot of hammers and anvils, so that's at least kind of cool. You have some cosmetic enhancement materials and everything, and then you have another hammers and anvils one right here with 15. I'm pretty sure this one's a much more affordable one. Plus, you can buy it 3 times, so I'm assuming it's maybe a decent value there. Demon mats as well. We have the Step Up Power Up bundle tickets as well. You're going to be able to get 2 multis worth if you buy all of these. I think it's roughly 30-ish US dollars if you buy all 3 of these. To be honest, I don't really think that it's worth it if you're already planning on summoning a whole lot on the banner and you just want a little bit of an edge because it gives you a 2% increase on SSR rates. You could buy these. They do come with some SSR pendants, which is kind of nice, and you get a couple of diamonds as well. So you'll get 1 multis worth of diamonds, 2 multis worth of tickets, and these are 6% SSR rate tickets. So I guess if you're into it, go for it. I think sometimes I feel like buying them, sometimes I don't. Honestly, the fact that it's only a 2% SSR increase is not the most enticing, considering you only get 2 multis, but I guess it is what it is. You make the call on that one. We do have a new weekly bundle right here, which is actually kind of nice. You get 20 diamonds, a decent amount of rewards in here, 5 SA coins. It looks like, 12 SSR pendants, which is kind of cool. I mean, I guess, I don't know. This one isn't so much enticing as like the Black Friday one was to me, because it comes with like a dungeon key and a training grotto key as well. So those are really nice, like the hourglass, but this doesn't come with that, so I'm not sure I'll actually buy this one. I'm not really that interested in it. They are bringing the player cap up to 120, which is nice. So you're going to get an additional 5 player slots, and I think you also get 5 stamina as well. So that's kind of nice. You'll just be able to do a little bit more while your stamina's full. And yeah, there's going to be a new achievement for it as well, apparently. So that's kind of cool. Extra friend slots is kind of nice. You'll be able to get more friend coins and stuff when you send them out. But overall, not like a huge change. It's not like the character or like the unit levels, just so you know. It's like the 100 is still the cap for units. I don't know if they're ever going to increase that or not, but we'll have to see whenever the new Demon King mode comes out, I guess. But we do also have a permanent change for the King Exchange. You can now trade LR seals for these Chaos Fragments. I assume the only time you would want to do this is if you're just like already at 100 seals, for example, and then like maybe the labyrinth comes around and you're like, okay, well, if I don't use these, I'm gonna lose them, and there's no point in just losing out on them, so why wouldn't I just trade them in the King Exchange while I can? They are supposed to be improving the amount of LR seals you can hold at one time. They're supposed to be increasing it over 100, and they're gonna start releasing LR seals a little bit more frequently with some of the events and everything in the game. They said that in the dev notes, so if you haven't seen that, I do have a video up on it if you're really interested. But yeah, so that should be maybe a little bit more usable later, but as it stands right now, I don't really think this is great value unless you're just already going to miss out on the LR seals that you're getting. Event boss parade quality of life improvement. So the most recently added boss will be displayed first when entering the event boss battle parade menu. So I guess that's cool. There is also this. I've seen a couple of people on the JP side say that this is a really, really nice change. I'm not 100% sure how this works, so let's read over it really quickly. Players can now auto-clear all boss battles at once. Okay, so that's actually really, really cool. If you have selected more than one area, auto-clears will proceed in order. When a deathmatch boss appears, auto-clear will begin in the next area. So basically, you can just choose to go through as many of these as you want. You select which ones you want. So you could do the bottom 3 if you wanted to do them on Hell for, OG Demon. You could pick the top 3 for Belmoth, or if you're just doing regulars, you can just choose whichever ones you want, skip ticket it to your heart's content, and then summon demons, which is actually really, really nice. I think that's a really, really helpful change that's probably been pretty overdue. I don't know that anybody was like looking at this as like the perfect scenario, but the fact that they come up with this, I'm pretty happy with that. So that's actually really nice. Normal deathmatch no longer have a daily clear limit as well, so you can fight the Red Demon, Gray Demon, and Howlix Demon as many times as you want. So that's really cool. You can basically just infinitely farm those, which I think is fair considering that you need Belmoth and OG Demons for the level 90 to 100 grind anyway. I think that it's pretty safe to say that you know, there's not really a whole reason in capping these older demons anyway. So, yeah, that honestly is really, really nice. Apparently, monthly subscription upgrade bundle will now provide a buff that increases deathmatch rewards by 1. Okay, so I already buy those, so it looks like I'll get a little bit extra, you know, deathmatch rewards, so that's cool, I guess. New events, we are getting a login bonus of 200 diamonds over the next 4 weeks, so make sure that you're logging in during the festival. You will be able to get all of those sort of over time. It looks like you get 20 on the first day alone, which is nice. So if you log in for at least 3 days, you get a multi, so that's honestly really cool. So every couple of days, there's a 10 sprinkled throughout here, which is nice, but 200 overall, I think, is a pretty good bet. Obviously, they have given out more. People always complain whether or not they gave out enough diamonds or not. I mean, any diamonds are helpful, so I'm not going to complain about the amount that they gave out. So anything is good with me. We do have a jumping box event coming as well, so they're going to be doing a 2-week-long login bonus for that. You're going to be able to get 10 tickets per day. They should end up coming out with a part 2 of the jumping box as well, so I'm assuming, even though this is only 2 weeks, whereas this is 4 weeks, on week 3 through week 4, there are probably going to be some different tickets for the part 2 version of the jumping box event. But if you haven't seen already, the jumping box part 1 actually has some insanely nice rewards. If you haven't seen one of these events before, they do give out free characters in here. They give out some little boxes that give out really decent equipment. It's not going to be like SSR equipment that's like fully maxed out or anything, but in the previous ones that they've done, they've given out fully maxed out rare equipment, fully maxed out SR equipment, which might not sound like it's super usable, but throwing those on like characters in your box or characters that you don't get a whole lot of use out of, but you don't want to commit like a full SSR set to them or anything like that, I use it for that kind of stuff. So the rewards themselves, you can get a free copy of the Green Elizabeth, the Blue Champion Meliodas, but the big ticket item right here is on round 8. You actually get a free copy of Traitor Meliodas, who was the first dark character, which is a really, really nice win, honestly. That's just a free festival character, and a really good one at that. I mean, he's not like super relevant in PvP anymore, of course, but he is very, very good in certain PvE scenarios, so that should help out some new players in a pretty big way, I would think. So you also get a copy of Blue Elat, and on round 13, you actually get a free multi on the Goddess Liz banner. Or I want to call her Goddess Liz every time, the Queen Elizabeth banner. And then after that, once you complete round 14, we should be moving into the part 2, which will be on week 3 and 4. So these little boxes that look like the upgraded Brawl rewards actually have these materials right here in them. I'd say the best thing you can get is probably these SSR pendants if I had to guess, but these other ones are going to be the equipment boxes. So they are going to have, it looks like SR equipment boxes, and there's also SSR equipment boxes, but last time that they did these, I think there was some like maxed out base stats, but you still had to re-roll the substats on them. I'm not 100% sure how they're going to do it this time around. I'm sure some of the people on JP have maybe already gotten these, so if you do play JP and you've gotten a couple of these boxes or anything, feel free to let me know what you got out of them, because I would be interested to know if this is like completely maxed out equipment, which I assume it's not, or if it's just like good base stat rolls or something like that. I think the last one that they did with SSR equipment had like medium rolls, like they were like roughly like 1% rolls or 2% rolls or something. They weren't like completely maxed out, but they were pretty good overall. We are getting some special missions for this festival as well, so you're going to get a free multi's worth of tickets if you can finish the festival missions here, and you're going to get a whole bunch of these jumping box tickets as well, so make sure that you're doing those. If you can complete all 7 of these events, or missions, which there's normally 5, but they tacked on 2 extra ones here, but if you can complete all 7 of them, you're going to get a level 90 awakening token. So this is going to level 90 a character. I can't remember if it awakens them or not. I actually don't think it does. I think it's just levels, but either way, that's a lot of demon mats and SSR pendants and stuff like that that you don't have to worry about using, so that can be kind of helpful there. If you want to, just pull for the new Liz if you get her, or whatever new character you're trying to get off of this banner, and then you can probably just not worry about upgrading them for a day or so until you get this little token in your inventory. Then you can just get a free amount of rewards sort of invested into it, so that's kind of cool. They are doing another one of these Blessings events, which is, it's locked behind the first 2 levels for the first 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, on 12/18, which is, yeah, 2 weeks in. We're going to get the other set, so we'll get levels 3, 4, and 5. But these are kind of cool. They're just basically like boosters that stay on. Like if some of them are like one-time use, some of them stay on for the entirety of the festival. But there's just some nice little rewards that you get here. Like this one increases the amount of Vanya Ale that you get every day. You know, some of them are like, hey, you get more demon mats from this demon or whatever the case may be. So make sure you grab those as early as you can, so that way you can get the full extent of your use out of them. But other than that, we also have the Royal Gift Card event. They've done this one in the past. You basically just flip cards, gain rewards from flipping them, and then you get a limited amount of uses of those per day. But 25 max per day. Here's all of the different game modes that you can get the tickets out of. Other than that, the actual rewards themselves from the event are actually kind of not bad. You get a couple more of the jumping box tickets, 6 SA coins there, 2 SA coins there, which is kind of nice, 5 SA coins there. I like all those SA coins. You do get one of the packs for the new card set, and then it looks like a bunch of equipment stuff here, SSR pendants. Looks like pretty good stuff overall. They're bringing back the boss parade as well, so it's starting with Malik. I think for this one they typically do one boss each week, and then during the last week they just let you farm out the rest of the exchange shop if you need it. But it's going to start with Malik, who is this like deer dude. These are all sort of recycled bosses that we've had in the past, but each one of them is going to have his own exchange shop, and this is going to be one of the nice things about it. I was saying earlier that they were going to increase the amount of LR seals that you were going to start getting. Some of them are going to be tied to events like this one, and the exchange shop actually has 10 SR seals in it. So if you're really close to getting an SR character or an LR character, this might help put you over the limit there, so that way you can make them a little bit earlier than you normally would. So that's really great. Lots of jumping box tickets from the clear count rewards. You also get another one of the cards for the card set. The materials themselves aren't anything super crazy, but you do get a jumping or a lucky bag ticket here, more jumping box tickets. There is this new food, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully they go over it. Yeah, right here. It is for Deathmatch, evolution, and costume enhancement material gain is increased by 100%. So it's basically going to double the amount of demon mats and the costume enhancement materials that you get when you do the different raids. So if you're using this food during, OG Demon or Belmoth or whatever the case may be, it'll double the mats that you get all around. So even the cosmetic enhancement upgrades, which is nice. That's honestly really cool. Other than that, what are these right here? Oh, so they're doing a Fort Solgris reward dungeon like they always do. It looks like week 1 you're going to be able to get 2 diamonds per clear. This is a 1 stamina stage in Fort Solgris, so make sure that you're doing that every day, because that's 14 diamonds just from doing it for week 1, and then they'll change some of the rewards up each week for the entirety of the festival. They are bringing back, of course, the King's Upgrade material exchange. So if you have a whole bunch of these cubes from different demonic beasts, or you need to exchange some of your demon mats, or I always end up using the pendants one the most. So if I keep all of my rare pendants, SR pendants, whatever the case may be, I can exchange them for SA coins, which is nice. Cosmetic enhancement materials, you get 200 anvils just for having these rare pendants, which you can farm out a ton of these just by trying to get or doing the event dungeon in Fort Solgris. So I get a ton of these things. So I always try not to just completely consolidate them all to SSRs if possible, so that way I can use them whenever these events come around, because these are pretty good rewards. So other than that, we do have some boosting events. So it looks like 2 times auto clear tickets. So that's cool from the patrol stuff. Enhancement rate up. We have salvage rate up. So that's cool. Engravings are 50% off. So if you want to make UR gear, here's a good time to do it. If you need to take engravings off of a character, so if there's a character that you have UR gear for that you're not really getting the most use out of the set and you want to repurpose it for a newer character or whatever the case may be, you can actually just unengrave it for free during this time. So that's great. You don't have to pay the million gold for that. The lucky bag event. So here's what I was talking about earlier. You're going to get 3 of these rewards, or 3 of these tickets from different rewards throughout the festival. And then some of the rewards that you get can actually be really good. So I mean, it shows you what your percent chance of pulling each one of them is. But if you get the 5% chance one, which it's you do pull all of these rewards, so if you get all 6 lucky bags, you will get all 6 of these categories here. It's not like, oh, you have a chance to pull this one 6 times or anything. So there is a chance that you get the 25 diamonds off the free ones, but if you don't, you'll have to buy the other 3 if you want to, get the best chance of grabbing those. But if you do pull all 6 of them, you get a free additional 10 diamonds, so that's like a little bit of an incentive there. We do have one new battle event, which is looking like it's going to be for Gother, which is cool, I guess. And then we have some of the miscellaneous changes here. So reset notice, with the new changes to Deathmatch, all existing Deathmatch activation related records will be reset. What will reset? Deathmatch activation chance, activated deathmatches, and clear deathmatches. Oh, so this is saying that if you have like a % chance already sort of like done, like if you're like 50% of the way to activating a demon, whenever this update gets pushed, it's going to reset that completely. So I guess don't miss out on that, but it's not really that big of a deal, I don't think. Heroes Arena characters are getting changed out a little bit, so the special character buff for Elat is going to be removed, and it's going to get added to the new Liz, of course. And then, yeah, Liz is obviously getting the seasonal and special event buffs for this season of Heroes Arena. And then they're also adding this new green Elat to the SR tickets for goddesses. So that's really cool. I'm glad that she's not a seasonal character. If you didn't see the other day, I put out a video where you can actually use her for your cleansing unit in Belmoth now instead of Zaneri. So not that, too many of you guys summoned for the character, but if you do end up getting her in the future, which she's not a seasonal character like Zaneri is, you might be able to use her for your cleanser. And it'll also make your Liz do a little bit more damage because she boosts goddesses, which is kind of nice. But either way, that is it for the patch notes. I know it was a little bit long, but hey, festival patch notes typically are. Hopefully you guys are pretty excited about the festival. Even if you're not summoning, there are a lot of free rewards and stuff to get from this thing, so that's great. Obviously free diamonds, everything. So yeah, hopefully if you are summoning, you have the best of luck on your summons. But I will be live tomorrow night, and we will do it live on stream. So hopefully it's a good time. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.